What's next? What's next?
Welcome to the first official episode of the So What's Next podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. We really appreciate it. I'm your host, Seth.
And I'm your host, Duke. Today with us, we have a very, very special guest, a friend, what we call a content creator.
Cheers.
Makes some pretty awesome stuff, awesome content, I should say, on Instagram, YouTube, basically all the different social media outlets. He's on there. And his name is Yoel, better known as Yoel Sucks on all of his platforms. So, Yoel, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you.
So let me ask you, man, what inspires your content? Like, what makes you want to post one thing over another? What makes you want to create something rather than another thing?
That's a good question. I think me and a lot of artists get our inspiration from like all over the place. I'll see GIFs on Twitter or like I know people use like Pinterest or I'll watch a movie and like a certain scene will like inspire me, and just it can even be just like one cut scene will inspire me to make a completely different like artistic approach for something.
Like,
you know?
oh, I can do that better, or
Like if I see like a bathtub scene where a girl's smoking a cigarette and like it's part of a movie, it might spark something, a completely different idea where this girl is getting a divorce and like she's going, it might spark like a whole like different story in my head, just from like seeing one scene. So usually I'll try to create these stories, like, I don't know.
So what is it that you want to create more often than not? Like, what is a majority of your content? Like short little films or like...
Yeah, so I mean, basically what I've been doing is making like content for like Instagram, and I just kind of like unfulfilling, and I don't really enjoy it.
Wait. I do have to say, he's really making it sound like it's not, he's just kind of like putting stuff out there. I want to say his content is very funny because he would have those random videos of him just waking up, opening the blinds, and it's right there, camera, action. So guys, just random stuff, and it's funny. It's like, and I legit would look forward to it. It would be like, what's he gonna talk about today?
Dude, those are the thoughts that just come to me as soon as I wake up. There's no pre-planning for any of it. Like
I honestly thought it was staged. I'm like, yo, you cannot be that funny on the spot.
Dude, genuinely, I'll be asleep, and I'll wake up, and I'll just put the camera on me, and I'll just record whatever the fuck like comes.
Dude, he'll talk about like donuts or something, and it'll be funny. He'll talk about like he'll see some random stuff happening outside, and he happens to be recording, and it's just like a whole skit. It's so funny.
I had seen this cat running up this tree multiple times while I'm like recording a thing. And I'm just watching this cat like go up and down chasing this bird or something. And I don't know. I feel like this shit just happens to me. Like,
honestly.
I feel like this shit just happens to me.
No, I have a friend where just the strangest stuff happens to him all the time, without a doubt. And he'll text in this group chat that we're in, and he's like, the weirdest thing just happened to me. And it's something, I can't even think of something right now. Because it's always something that's so obscure and so random. Like, some lady will like yell at him and like hit him with her purse, and he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And like she thinks he's someone else.
That's the shit that happens to me.
Or people will come up to him and talk to him, or like give him free stuff. He's the luckiest guy ever too. Dude, he wins everything.
You know what happens to me sometimes? Like, I'll just give you an example. I'll be chilling in like a doctor's office, and the like waiting room area. You guys are laughing
because it's you, dude. It's gonna be funny.
The fucking waiting area. Old man comes in. There's no one in there. I'm the only one in there. I fucking signed in, whatever, and sits right next to me, right?
Oh my god.
This dude's farting right next to me, bro. I'm on my phone. I didn't want to fucking say anything. I'm fucking scrolling through Twitter, and this dude just sits next to me. He's fucking puts his leg over, opens a newspaper, and he's just like lets out a rip. And I was like, you couldn't have sat over there. Like, why did you sit here? And I just feel like this shit just happens to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Something else that like I thought was super funny is when this whole thing went down with back when you had like longer hair.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was like.
Wow, R.I.P.
I think it was like blonde, right? Or like.
I bleached it.
So.
I just did that recently.
So.
No way.
I looked so good. It's not even funny.
Go back. I'll do it.
No.
All right, dude, do it with me. Let's do it.
No. So, I remember you posting this. I don't remember how it all went down. You're gonna have to like help me out here.
Remind you.
I just know there was something about you posting something, and somehow catching Pantene's attention. Am I saying that right?
Oh my god, yes.
Pantene, like the shampoo. I'm sure they have like other things, but
this was I know they make like bath products, but don't they make? They make makeup.
Well,
they're
right? Huge. I don't know.
Pantene?
Yeah.
They make makeup? I don't know.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Pulling that out.
I'm a guy. I don't try for makeup.
I didn't reach out. I posted a story, and my hair looked good that day. It looked all like curly and whatever. I have like curly ass hair. It's short now. You can't see, but I had just wrote Pantene sponsor me right on my story, and they had responded saying done, like we'll sponsor you pretty much, and I was like, bet, no way, like. And so I sent them my email, and so they didn't read the message yet, so I posted a post saying, yo, Pantene, like, hit me up. And so I got all my friends to comment.
Everybody, I remember that.
It was like over 300 comments. I archived the post, I can probably put it back, but there were everybody was on that. They were tagging Pantene.
Dude, I was on there too. I was like, yo, sponsor this, man. Like, dude, it was legit.
I was praying. I was like, please, just because I thought it'd be funny.
It'd be the funniest thing.
It'd be fucking hilarious. Even if I just got like some free shampoo products, I wouldn't even have cared. I would have just been like sick. Got sponsored.
Just to say that you were like sponsored by Pantene.
That's the whole
amazing.
thing. Just went. It was such a random thing.
That's all I would have needed in my life, honestly.
That's fulfillment, there.
Right there. That's exactly what I'm going for.
Speaking of fulfillment, you were saying that Instagram isn't really fulfilling for you.
I feel like it never really has been. And Duke was saying about this content that I do, like my stories and stuff. Mm-hmm. I kind of have like two sides of me. I have this like Yoel sucks side of me where it's like I'm being a stupid idiot on camera. And then I have this other side of me that tries to like be serious and make like short films and all this stuff. So I have two separate Instagrams. And the fulfilling stuff is like creating stories and doing like that film stuff. And like this stupid idiot stuff is just me being a stupid idiot online, you know? And so, but I feel like Instagram itself is not fulfilling because you do it for the likes. You do it for the attention. And I feel like a platform where you can just put it out and people can see it and you don't necessarily have to worry about like likes and all that, I feel like that would be a lot more fulfilling.
Dude, that is so right. What you just said about, and I think I don't know I don't know what happens, and I know there was like there were talks about Instagram, something was going down where they were gonna get rid of the likes. I don't know what ended up happening with that because you can still see the likes. I
still see mine. Yeah, but I know some people.
I think it started going off of by areas like maybe countries or something like that.
Australia was first, I believe.
Canada, I think doesn't.
The UK.
I don't know.
Because I know people overseas couldn't see the likes. I mean, like if you posted a picture, you could see how many likes it
could see it.
Yeah, but like anyone scrolling can't see how many likes.
And
I think they were trying to take that out just because like some people will post photos and they don't really get any likes, and then people kind of clown them for it.
And I hear that like it was more of like a mental health kind of like.
Yeah, dude, the hard thing about that is that you're taking away from someone. You know, if somebody is always getting this thing and they're used to getting it, they're used to getting the likes and the comments and all that. If you take it away from someone, that's worse. As if you made a whole nother app and it was just never there. You know.
That is very true.
Because I would want like whatever like future app comes out that's gonna be like different or whatever, but kind of the same. It should have like no likes. It should just have like I guess shares. You know, like you can share it with whoever, but you can't see the number. You just share it and just get views. And
dude,
whatever.
that would be. I can't think of anything out there that's like that. That would be. Awesome.
I feel like that would be sick. Yeah.
That would be really good, just from like an artistic standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But I do get it.
It would make sense to be able to see how many people you reach and how many people enjoy your content.
I think it'd be cool if you can see the views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then people can talk about, like, let's say I made a movie, right? Mm-hmm. And then a bunch of people shared it and nobody saw how many shares there was. People would talk about it and they wouldn't necessarily need to see the number. and then you could see the number obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it'd be better if like people shared it just for the art, and then they can just have
That would be
conversations
so
about
dope.
it like in person.
So dope. But I do get where you're coming from about just like we all see what Instagram was trying to do. We get where they're coming from, but you do have people that right now, especially like in this day and age, like people are making legit like living, like a living off of like social media, their Instagram.
That's why I think it's also tough, is because people's whole career is based off
of
likes
Instagram
and whatever.
Because I do know now, like before, it used to be just like working with brands per se. I know this because like I was involved with like a clothing business, and I know that like working with influencers, what we would require from them is, hey, we need to see your insights. I guess that we would ask for. So this is we're basing like whatever deal we're gonna make with them off of their reach. It's like, hey, like how many likes are you getting, how many comments are you getting, how many like this and that.
Like from there, how many people they're actually reaching.
From there we determine like what we're gonna offer you, what kind of package.
Which is a valid thing.
Exactly. So those people that were using that info to like get their money, what do they do now? So it's like no one's really a winner out of this situation. It's like, okay, sure, the people that weren't getting likes, maybe they feel better. But the people that depended on it, we're hurting their business now. So it's kind of like there's no really.
It's so I feel like Instagram is dying. I mean, it's been dying for years. I feel.
Do you think it's ever gonna fully die though?
No, I think it's gonna be the same thing as like
Facebook didn't die. Instagram.
Facebook died, but in a very strange way. It died for
I don't think it did.
half of the population, and the other half it's thriving.
It became what Instagram is gonna be. Instagram is going to be for business only, and like no one's going to do it for fun anymore, because no one has fun on Instagram no more. I mean,
I don't enjoy posting.
I don't think anybody enjoys posting on Instagram.
Every once in a while, I'll take a really nice picture of myself, and I'm like, okay, like, I'll post that. I have 8 photos I've had on Instagram for 10 years. What am I saying? Like 6-7 years.
Dude, it's either somebody's trying to show your pictures to somebody else, or it's like some business account where it's like, oh, travel or influencer or whatever, and it's not fun.
You're right, because Instagram's becoming all about just like everyone wants to be an influencer now. It's like, and you can't knock the hustle, because hey, there's a lot of money to be made,
of course,
and
there always will be.
Exactly, because businesses are always going to look for people to partner with, to promote their brand, their product and stuff like that, and they're paying serious bucks for it, and the influencers are there to do that.
There's so much money in marketing. There's so much money in there.
How would you define an influencer?
Well,
because I feel like that's such a loose.
It is a loose
definition.
Term. It is a loose term.
Because I know there are people that don't even consider that a thing.
Well,
we know it's a thing, right?
Yeah, there are people who claim that they're influencers, but
I think the word. Are they really? I think the word influencer is like a bad word for it, but I guess the Instagram influencer is someone who gets uses their platform to like promote something. Whether that they're getting paid from a brand to like, this is my favorite water bottle, I'm influencing you to buy this water bottle. But the term is so loose, like you said, that it's like, it's tough, man.
So I guess what we could take from that is, at the end of the day, I feel like anyone that posts anything, you're a content creator? No, well, maybe.
Well, what's the difference between an influencer and
a content creator? What would the difference be?
A content creator and an influencer? A content creator... Well, I see content creators differently than you might.
And that's why we have you here, to,
I feel like anybody... I feel like the content creator part, anybody with a camera can just say that they're a content creator,
Okay, yeah.
Influencer is someone who is, either getting paid for, whatever they're posting. Okay. You can be an influencer with, I think influencers are usually models, I think influencers usually stay on the side of like, pretty girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there guy influencers? Is that a thing?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like even like just for example, like in the workout industry, like the fitness industry, like it's.
Do they say influencer?
Everyone's because I'm thinking when I see those personal trainers, that they're promoting some kind of like supplement, some kind of like new workout gear. Like,
yeah.
I would say that they're being influencers. They're personal trainers, sure, but they're trying to get me to buy this product. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think there are guys.
I feel like everybody's an influencer.
Honestly. Because I'm also seeing accounts with 400 followers promoting stuff.
Yeah.
So are you gonna say they're not influencers?
Wait, 400?
Yeah. And I've also seen.
I got 3K.
Yes,
that's why you got that Pantene gig.
I'm trying to get that bag, son. Sign me up.
The craziest thing though is that I'll say I feel like it's different for the platforms like Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyone that I've seen that's been like verified, I should say, on Instagram is like, at least for the most part, this is my personal experience. I've seen them like have 10K followers and up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like that's
kind of. They got like, that swipe up feature.
You know, like that kind of like the start here. But I go on Twitter and I'm seeing people with like a couple hundred followers and they're verified.
Well, you can also buy a check mark.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I tried to get verified on Instagram.
I think you can buy a check mark on Instagram and you can buy one on Twitter as well.
No one told me that.
Yeah, it's actually a fucked up thing in the industry where like I actually this is a good topic because I was talking to someone the other day.
Were you trying to buy the verified mark? You were trying to buy the blue check?
I would honestly, I don't care for any social media.
All right, so if Yoel gets verified in the next few days,
we know what happened.
We know what went down.
All right. Yeah, no, I would never pay for that shit. But, what was he saying? Yeah, so I heard someone talking about how they don't answer their DMs or they don't check their DMs unless it's from someone verified. They're verified. You know, they got clout like that.
Yeah.
And they don't check. It's almost like a
status.
It's a status thing.
Trying to put themselves.
And so that's why people buy it because, I mean,
I guess it makes sense because it creates. I feel like maybe people. I'm seeing it as like just from my point of view. I'm seeing, hey, could we look at this as a business investment? It's like you're investing in like, because I feel like you said a lot of those people you're trying to like maybe collab with, create with.
Yeah.
They won't give you the time of day because there's not that blue check next to you.
Right.
But you say, hey, I'm going to spend X amount of money, get me that blue check. Then it's like it opens a new, new window of opportunities.
It's a business.
So that's how I'm seeing it.
Instagram is a business.
It's
just, everybody hopped on Instagram. Everybody has an Instagram, but it just turned into a business. And if you're not doing business on there, then you're not really having fun on there. And that's where I think the disconnect is where, you know,
it used to be fun.
Everybody's selling some shit.
Yeah.
They're using all the eyes. It just sucks because it's like on TikTok, people are having fun now, and it's actually a dope platform. And
but soon
people are gonna start like.
I'm already seeing it. Honestly.
It's gonna turn what Vine turned into.
Well, Vine failed because they couldn't advertise. I think, I'm pretty sure that it flopped because Twitter bought it, and it wasn't profitable. You know, but I think TikTok took the same idea.
We're definitely like it's already happening because I'm thinking of like I won't name drop, but I'm thinking of this
name drop.
I'm thinking of an influencer right now that good for them. At the end of the day, it's like they're getting they're making money, they're getting the bag, but it's like you're seeing this happen and it's where it's going. It's like okay, wow, we're starting to have ads on TikTok because it's like Netflix. Is like having those influencers just like create content on TikTok and of course, collab with Netflix, blah blah blah, whatever. It's like, I like for the influencer I'm talking about specifically, I was watching their content and I was like, yo, this is funny. And then next thing you know, I'm seeing basically ads for Netflix. I'm like, oh, we're doing this. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I'm not saying I won't watch the content, but it's
I don't think it's gotten to the point where it's like annoying.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
But I've seen a few where it is just so aggressive, where they put it in like every single shot, and you literally, it's like.
See, that's the annoying shit.
I like ads better when it's like, it's natural.
Yeah.
And you see someone like actually using it just in their everyday life.
Because that's
like,
good advertising.
Oh, like, hey, here it is. Like, let me just put it in your face. You know what I mean?
That's what Instagram is. It's Bang energy, like whatever. Sorry to name
Bang. We can talk about Bang because
it's just like it's
down
just
here.
Like
it's huge,
right in your face, and you're just like, okay, get out of my face. There's no subtlety to it at all. Like you were saying, I don't know if necessarily like TikTok creators are gonna let that happen, where it's just gonna flood with advertisements. Because
I've seen a few on TikTok.
already.
But the little kids run the show. You know what I mean? So
the houses.
I don't know if. Oh
yeah, that's insane. My sister was filling me in on everything that was going down with that. Even I think Rihanna has one now for her her brand Fenty. Or
Rihanna has what?
A TikTok house. Yes.
No, she does not.
I promise you.
Wait,
it's
Rihanna
called,
of all people?
What's it
yes,
called?
it's Fenty House or something like. Basically,
what do you do?
Kind of hard.
The makeup artist. There's a group of them, and because the house is just like creators just being in the house and just creating content all day, all night, So Rihanna has one for like her makeup people, like not her makeup people, but people that were creating content, makeup artists, and she selected a few, got them out there, and they're in the house. I remember it because it was like a whole thing, but like it's just like crazy that these things are going down. Like people are getting houses now for like just to create content.
Dude, Rihanna needs to drop a new project.
No, she needs to come on the show.
Yeah, she needs to come on the show. Let's go.
Dude, watch it happen.
So,
speaking to existence.
My question is, do you think, like, living in those houses and stuff where literally content is like what you eat, sleep, and breathe,
Dude,
do you think that's a healthy lifestyle, or?
It's all they do.
I feel like it's
I think it's incredibly unhealthy.
I feel bad, but also it's a lifestyle that they chose.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're getting paid, if they're liking what they do, like they're doing it. They're doing what they want to do. But if they wanted to leave, like they can leave. I'm sure.
I mean, I feel like on the one hand, it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like you're always doing something. You don't really have like a kind of normal job and stuff. And basically, your job is to have fun, albeit most of it is staged.
Yeah.
But the pressure that must come with that, though. You always
there's the pressure, but then you can't get away from it. So you're working where you're living. So like when you're at home, like even if you want to take a day off, maybe someone else is doing something. Now you have to be in that.
Oh, dude,
so you're working like 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure that they have their times where they just leave the house for like an entire week.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I've had it like.
I don't know how my sister knows all the insiders, but she was telling me that there was like one of the houses. There was drama. Some people already left. They quit. It's like I can imagine just having, because I feel like at the end of the day, the people that are like at that level, they all like attention.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like
everybody likes attention.
But to be like...
I like attention.
Yeah.
But I'm saying...
I
like attention. But I'm saying that's a different level right there. Yeah, if you're creating that much content, you have to really, really be into that, So I'm thinking everyone's trying to get attention. I want attention. You want attention. He wants it. It's just like...
It's true.
Too much, so many different personalities in one room, one space. So I'm guessing
it's fighting for attention. Yeah.
It's bound to just go wrong.
I think that's another bad thing about our generation, though. I mean, like considering that everyone's so connected with like Instagram and everything, like we're all searching for attention and we're trying to get that same amount of attention when there's really not that much to go around. Like everybody wants to do their own thing. Nobody wants to be on Instagram all day, like giving every single one of their friends attention.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Dude, that's a.
It comes toxic when they don't get it.
That's a thing about, like, fame in general. Like, people just want to be, like, famous because they're like, I don't know, they're just, like, craving that, like...
Yeah.
Is it validation?
It's like, we watched TV growing up and we idolize these people and we're like, oh, I want to be on TV or whatever. Like, it's the same thing, and that's just what they're doing. Like, on TikTok is they're just like, I'm being on TV technically. Or, like, that's my thing,
I mean, growing up, like, you see TV stars and movie stars and stuff and you're like, wow, like, they're, like, so cool. And you don't really think that they're, like real just people. Normal people, too. Yeah. And I met a few famous people and I was like, oh, like...
They're regular.
They're just an average ass person.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And like, because it's weird because everybody holds them to such a high degree and like
I think
such
it
a
just
high
comes
pedigree.
down to image, isn't it? Like it's all branding and image. Like, you see these people on Instagram. It's like there's this entire facade that's built. It's just like, again, it's just their brand. Because I feel like you're on Instagram, you have a brand. Doesn't matter if like you use it or not. But whatever you post, do you post shitty content all the time? That's your brand. You post shitty content, But if you're like Yoel, like you actually like take time and craft, whatever you're doing. It's just like there's an art to it, there's a method to it. It's like that's your branding. You release dope shit. So now I do want to say though, I know people are gonna hit you up to like work with you, to collab. And I know that's a thing in the content creating world, like people collab all the time. So how do you go about choosing who you collab with? Or does that even, like, do you collab, or do you just like, you rather work alone kind of thing?
I do collaborate. I do. I really like to collaborate. When I don't like to collaborate is when I'm teaching. When I'm teaching somebody, if I see somebody's not at like, kind of around the level where I'm at, like, I don't consider it, because then I'm just gonna be showing them everything, and it's just gonna like either slow me down or like, I don't know. I just feel like, learn your craft, get yourself up to a level, and then let's work after that, But I I don't like to be a teacher. I'm not a good teacher.
So how do you turn them down? Do you say exactly what you said, or is it kind of like you just leave them on red?
I'll either be a dick and just not open the message.
Okay, it's a reality. This is stuff that happens.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why you get that blue check.
or actually, I do open like every message. I'm not gonna lie, I do check my messages, but if like I had to tell somebody, I'm not gonna name drop. I had to tell somebody 3 times, like, I'm just not, like, I just don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
And they asked like multiple times, and I had to just be like, dude, look, it's nothing against you as a person. I'm just not messing. Like, I don't, like, I didn't say I don't fuck with your work, but pretty much I said that in a nice way. Like, okay. I don't fuck with your work. And yeah, I just had to reiterate myself, and then if they just kept entertaining the convo, I was just like, I just didn't answer anymore at that point. But I do like to collaborate, but what I do like to do is I like to dabble in new areas. Okay. So if I ever have an idea for something and I know someone's good at it, I'll reach out usually, and I'll be like, hey, would you like to work on this type of project? Would this be cool to you? Let's work. And then I'll send examples, and I'll show them that I'm serious about it first, which is what I would expect somebody to do for me. If I see somebody's not serious about it, they're just like, hey, I want to shoot a music video. It's like, that's okay. Great.
Everyone wants to shoot a music video.
That's sick. But yeah, if I see that they say, hey, I want, even if they're not like good or like really good, like, if I see that they're putting the effort into something, they're saying, hey, I want to shoot a music video. These are my ideas. This is my inspo. This, and that. If I see that they're putting the effort into that, then I'll, then I'll work with somebody. But,
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine if someone doesn't really have that much, like, they're not really all that committed to it. It's very disinteresting.
Yeah.
And
you definitely got to see someone serious about it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want someone that's going to, like, half-ass it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another side that, sometimes we don't think about when we talk about creating content is the new thing now, the thing that's in, the thing everyone's talking about, OnlyFans. Now, hey, like, we're talking about creating content. We're talking about, what's happening now, like today. And OnlyFans is only getting more and more and more popular.
Run up the fucking
so
numbers.
It brings a conversation. When do you cross a certain line, which is, are those people content creators? Well, or are we gonna label them as sex workers? Because it's a very
content creators, but
okay.
Well, I think the question should be, when are you gonna subscribe, dude?
Wait, what?
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 What are the credit card numbers and the CVV on the back? Nah, bro. Well, you know what? I'm on Twitter a lot, and I think the general consensus is, I think people who have OnlyFans, they claim themselves as sex workers. I think they say that they're sex workers. I think that's the term that they use. They say SW.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It'll just be like, yeah, sex worker. Well, I don't think it's like a stigma. Like,
no.
Well, I mean, you can have an OnlyFans that's not pertaining to sexuality, right?
We sell feet pics.
Well, no, I mean,
would be sick.
It's kind of like,
you see these? Come on.
I know people who have like Patreons and stuff, and they have that for like, oh, like, this is for like, I've seen podcasts with Patreons and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that OnlyFans has a sector of that as well, where they have people who are creating actual content.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has to be a sort of like a sexual content hub.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. No, I think that multiple people do like, they do funny shit. Well, they just have, I don't know. I think people do like feet pics and stuff too on there and fucking.
That's not. I mean, funny. That's just
know,
purely sexual.
No, I know. I know. I was thinking of funny shit, but then I kind of transferred, and I think I saw this girl doing feet pics as her thing, and I was like, how much are you getting paid for this? Like,
dude, some of my friends have been hit up by people like, yo, like I'll pay you $100 for like a few feet pics.
What?
Yeah, just like
a few.
Yeah, a few feet pics.
What do they get artsy with it?
Dude, I have no idea, but it's like
there's art to just like taking feet pics.
Dude, you'll be surprised. They'll have you like sit on your feet and take it from behind type thing, you know?
Whoa. You know a lot about this. Do you have like a...
Actually, have you been selling
get into this, guys. I'm actually selling feet pics.
Yo, right after the show, he's leaving here. He's going to create an OnlyFans. I promise you.
I would do it in a fucking heartbeat, actually. I have nothing against it, and I'm like so for it, and I've been seeing some girls post on Twitter that they make like 6 figures with this shit.
Like it's definitely like insane the amount of money that they're making.
Ridiculous.
Dude, some people make 6 figures a month.
A month?
Yeah, nope. I saw that.
It's insane.
Some dude like just hit 100,000 or something.
A month.
It's
go on Twitter.
Dude.
You're on Twitter. Go on Twitter. You'll see it. It's a thing. I think he's the first one to do it.
Holy shit!
Hit like
100,000
$100,000. No, like dollars, like for like the month. I think he was the first. Yeah, it's like a
dude. I was literally just talking about on my story this morning. I was like, would you rather have a job or do whatever the fuck you want to do?
I did see that.
Dude.
Something else.
That right there.
Something else I saw on your story was the joke about the bleach. And I have a feeling that I'm looking at the result right now.
Look at this, baby. I just bleached this today. Somebody zoom in on this. Which camera? Look at this shit, man.
Dude, that actually looks designer.
It came out really
It looks fantastic.
I don't know about designer.
Dude, seriously. I feel like that's something that I would get off the rack. Hell yeah.
I'd buy it.
You'd buy this?
Oh yeah.
You'd buy this?
It looks better than what I bought.
100%.
Wow. I'm gonna have to start selling these.
You might have to look into it.
Dude,
sell them. You could use your OnlyFans for that. Exactly.
I'm gonna sell T-shirts on my OnlyFans.
You could post videos of you making them.
True.
People could be into that.
Yeah, with the feet out and everything.
I feel like that's more of a Patreon thing. Is that a?
I don't even know.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could do like a GoFundMe so I can go buy a ton of bleach. Just like.
So, now we talked about you creating content on Instagram. We talked videos. You've taken some amazing pictures.
Praise.
Funny stuff. Now, we do. Whenever we have guests on here, we're gonna get in the habit of making sure before you leave, you tell us what's next.
Very important question.
Okay. There you are.
What's next?
What's next for Yoel?
I love this podcast name.
Is it the feed pics maybe?
I mean, maybe. Are you trying to subscribe?
The OnlyFans? Show me the link. We'll see.
Would you subscribe for $6?
Why $6?
6 is my favorite number. So.
What about the number 6?
Isn't that the devil's number?
Yeah, that is actually.
I don't know if it's like considered the devil
number. It's like 666.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you put it 3 times.
If you put it once, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Okay, all right, cool.
Mine's 12.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine's 5.
That sucks.
That's a very
That's
shitty
a stupid number.
No, it's you know what? Whatever.
That's
I don't have to explain
number.
myself.
Anyways, yes.
Yeah.
So what's next? I kind of want to stay away from making content for Instagram and all this stuff and like YouTube and whatever. I might still post on it just to promote like my art, but I'm moving towards making short films and things that are more like fulfilling in that sense.
Okay.
I do have a short film that I'm working on, but I can't talk too much about it.
You gotta give us something. You gotta give us something.
Okay, I'll give you the name. It's called Neglect.
Awesome. You heard it first, people.
Yes.
You heard it here on the So What's Next podcast. Yoel's first baby, first project.
And I will tell you, it's along the same vibe of like a Black Mirror type story.
Who does not love Black Mirror?
I don't wanna put a lot of pressure on it.
Okay.
But that's the type of story I'm going for.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I got going on.
That's awesome. That's really exciting.
That's like exclusive stuff right there.
Well, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
We expect something in the credits. Maybe just like a little Easter egg, like off to the side. If you're doing like pictures on the side,
your face will pop up in a window somewhere, and you'll be in the credits. Your name at the bottom, just
like I'll take whatever I can get at this point. Honestly,
there we go.
So, I think today was nice. Very nice.
Pleasant.
We learned a lot.
It almost was like a,
Okay.
Little backstory
we were doing
on that.
This for like 20 minutes before getting on the podcast.
Yeah, during the mic checks.
The mic check.
That's all it was.
All right, everyone. So we do want to thank everybody for tuning in today for this very first episode.
Inaugural episode. The grand opening.
I can't even pronounce that in
inaugural. You did it.
You got it.
I did it.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work. We did it.
We did it.
It's official.
It's in the bag.
It's live. We just shot the first episode of this. So what's next episode?
So what's next? We take shots.
We should take shots.
Well, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on Instagram to
stay up to date.
And
we'll see you guys.
Get notified for upcoming episodes.
We'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Thank you.